Very good. We have a couple of questions from viewers that we've gotten with some regularity, so let's move right to this particular question. And that is, these viewers are interested in the status of the discussions about taxing Social Security and where that might stand. Senator Rasmusson, let's start with you on that question.
Well, I believe Senator Putnam and I both have introduced bills on this topic. It was actually the first bill that I introduced this session was to repeal the Minnesota tax on Social Security. I'm glad to hear that there's some bipartisan interest in getting that done this session. Minnesota is one of only 12 states left in the country that still taxes Social Security. And when I was out knocking on doors this summer, it didn't make sense to any of the folks in my area that I talked to. And I think Justice Anderson, I hope, given that we have seen some bipartisan interest in repealing the tax on Social Security, I hope it's one of these bills that we can vote off the floor in the coming days and weeks. I think we have the votes to pass it in the Senate, and so let's get it under consideration and get it off to the governor. And so my hope is we're able to move on it quickly and not wait until the end of session.
Yeah, so Barry, my bill is I'm the chief author of the bill that's been giving hearings. I had a hearing on this issue about a week and a half ago and another hearing just a couple days ago. So it's moved through the tax committee. My bill is moved through the tax committee. And what that bill does, it doesn't only eliminate the tax on Social Security's benefits, it also reforms how we treat pensions for people who weren't who didn't have Social Security as an option. Something people don't realize is that there are tons of people in Minnesota who aren't eligible for Social Security because they work for the state and they're given a pension. So if you were a teacher before 1978, good chance you never got Social Security. If you're a state trooper right now, you don't get Social Security. If you're a firefighter, you don't have the option of Social Security. And those pensions that they have horrible cost of living adjustments. So what my bill does, it takes care of the Social Security problem, but it also tries to help those people who don't have access to Social Security in the context of their pensions by providing them some extra exclusions and lowering their tax burden. Now, in terms of the viability of this bill, it's looking pretty good because, like I said, it's already been through the taxes committee. It's been held over. In terms of reaching the floor, that's still unclear when we're going to see it, if it's going to come through in an omnibus bill at the end of things, or if it's going to get to the floor on its own. Part of the challenge, of course, is that we're in negotiations with the other body. And so that complicates how we can take care of the bill. It would be great if we could just take it through it and pass it through the floor of the Senate, but that might hurt its ultimate viability because of negotiations with the House. So it's complicated to see where it's going to go. But I do want everyone who's watching to know, a lot of us made promises about this at our doors. When we were knocking in doors and we were talking to you, we made promises about this in October. And some of us are trying to keep that promise right now.